Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, my name is Erlina Dwi Setiani, and in this video I will talk about the relationship between language and culture. So, the structure of the human brain is different from the brain structure of other creatures. The human brain can be used to think, and the means to think one of them is in the form of language. With language, humans do two thinking activities. It can be imagined when people think or reflect without language what happens. Therefore, it is understandable that there is an opinion that human uniqueness doesn't lie in the ability to think but lies in language skills. Of course, without language skills, humans will not be able to think systematically and regularly. Ernest Cassirer called humans as Homo symbolicum, creatures that use symbols whose scope is wider than Homo sapiens thinking creatures. There are various theories regarding the relationship between language and culture. Some say that language is part of culture, but others say that language and culture are two different things, but have a very close relationship, so they cannot be separated. Some say that language is highly influenced by culture, so that everything in culture will be reflected in language. Conversely, there are also those who say that language is very much influenced by the culture and way of thinking of humans or the speaking community. According to Konjaraningrat, as quoted by Abdul Khair and Leonie in their book Sociolinguistic, language is part of culture. So, the relationship between language and culture is subordinative relationship where language falls under the scope of culture. However, there is another opinion that say that language and culture have a coordinative relationship, namely an equal relationship which is the same position. For example, the word fish in Indonesian refers to a type of animal that lives in water and is commonly eaten as a side dish. In English, it is equivalent to fish. In the Banjar language, it is called iwak. But the word iwak in Javanese doesn't just mean fish, but it also means meat, which is also used as side dish. In fact, all side dishes in Java, like tofu and tempe, are often called iwak. Another example, dalam budaya Inggris, pembedaan kata saudara, orang yang lahir dari rahim yang sama berdasarkan jenis kelamin, brother and sister. Padahal, budaya Indonesia membedakan berdasarkan usia, yang lebih tua disebut kakak dan yang lebih muda disebut dengan adik. Maka itu brother and sister dalam bahasa Inggris bisa berarti kakak dan juga bisa berarti adik. Masinambo stated that language and culture are two systems inherent in humans. If culture is a system that regulates human interaction in society, then language is a system that functions as a means for the interaction to take place. Silzer 1990 states that language and culture are two bound phenomena, like two conjoined twins, or a coin which on the one hand is a language system and on the other is a culture system. That what a priest and culture will be reflected in language or vice versa. Misalnya, bahasa Inggris dan bangsa Eropa lainnya yang tidak mengenal kebiasaan makan nasi, maka dalam bahasanya hanya ada satu kata, yaitu rice atau nasi, untuk menyatakan konsep padi, gabah, beras, dan nasi. Begitu juga tidak ada kosakata untuk konsep lauk, seperti untuk teman pemakan nasi. Sebaliknya, dalam budaya Indonesia ada karena ada budaya makan nasi, maka bangsa Indonesia mempunyai kata yang berbeda untuk keempat konsep itu. Masyarakat Inggris tentunya mengerti akan adanya perbedaan konsep beras, padi, gabah dan nasi tersebut, tetapi mereka tidak merasa perlu atau belum merasa perlu untuk menciptakan istilah baru untuk keempat kata tersebut. Contoh lain, mengenai adanya hubungan antara bahasa dan budaya dapat juga kita lihat dari peribahasa atau pepatah Melayu. Seperti katanya, peribahasa atau pepatah Melayu itu mencerminkan sifat, sikap, dan keadaan bangsa Melayu pada waktu itu. Contohnya, peribahasa di mana bumi dipijak, di situ langit dijunjung, mengungkapkan bahwa orang Melayu selalu dapat menyesuaikan diri dengan keadaan atau situasi di mana dia berkunjung. Another example, dalam masyarakat tutur Indonesia, kalau ada orang memuji misalnya dengan mengatakan, bajumu bagus sekali, atau wah, rumah saudara besar sekali, maka yang dipuji akan menjawab pujian itu dengan nada menolak merendah. Misalnya dengan mengatakan, ah ini cuma baju murah kok, dan ya beginilah namanya juga rumah di kampung. Kan tetapi kalau itu terjadi dalam budaya Inggris, tentu akan dijawab dengan kata terima kasih. So, in conclusion, the relationship between language and culture is a subordinative relationship where language falls under the scope of culture. However, there is another opinion which says that language and culture have a coordinative relationship, namely equal relation, having the same position. Thus, the relationship between language and culture is like conjoined twins. The two phenomena are very close to being two sides of a coin, one side as a linguistic system and the other side as cultural system. Okay, I think that's all my explanation about the relationship between language and culture. Thank you very much, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.